All right. All right. Let's do it. Welcome. Hi, how we doing? Happy, what is it, Friday already? Jesus. Happy Friday. Bam, 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 bam. All right, give me a hot second here while I'm tweeting out that I'm live. Give me the hottest of seconds. Do 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 do. All right. We're gonna do some game development today. Because I don't really I'm done with Soulframe. I don't really have anything else. Contemplating maybe, just maybe, uh playing some New World. Maybe we're gonna get back into New World because that was a good time for content for me. Not gonna lie. Anyway, hi. Um, let's get her going. Oh yeah. Are we okay over here? I guess we're okay over here, right? Yeah. Oh shit, what are we doing? Where am I? Where am I? Right. Let's fire up the old Gemini CLI. Let's also go over here and SSH into the server. Okay. Fire up the server so we can log in. All right, so yesterday, what have I done yesterday? Oh yeah, we implemented the cards and the animals. We implemented cards and animals. Today we're gonna work on. Oh man, we're gonna work on getting the itemization going. I think we gotta work on getting the itemization going. So we have the game data definitions. I worked on this last night a lot actually. So it's a lot of code, isn't it? So I went through and I basically changed all the items that we have. Like I made 4 tiers. I actually implemented quality. It's not implemented into the game, but like I set it all up for items. Set it all up for items. And yeah, so we got 4 tiers for light armor, 4 tiers for medium armor, 4 tiers for heavy armor. The values, not sure exactly how we're gonna do that. I have to like really like, because in the original game, it's nothing like this. I'm completely kind of overhauling this system because I think it makes more sense. It makes more sense for a system like that to be more you know, I don't know, in line with other games than what we have right now. Let me go through and like tidy this up a little. I did this like last night because it makes it very like so much easier being able to see what's going on if you know the lines are like tidied up a little bit. You know, it makes it easier to manage stuff. So we're just gonna tidy this up just a little bit. Just to make sure that everything is in line and looks good. Not that it's like important, it has like no influence on the game whatsoever. All right, cool. Yeah. So we made 4 tiers. So we basically have common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. Right? Like the typical like RPG kind of qualities. And not every type of item has all qualities. For example, like all the gear, all the weapons, there's no common. I feel like the weapon starts at uncommon. There's no common weapon. Right? That's basically what that comes down to. So we got the cloth hat, silk stuff, mage stuff, wizard stuff. Names might change. We'll see. Oh, why when did this happen? Okay. Brought it in line. All right. So, yeah, like I said, names might change a little bit. And the values might change too, because I have to like test everything. I probably need people to test it. I might also have to like adjust the monster armor and the monster damage to make sense of all of this. All right. And I might change stuff up because the way armor works right now is your total armor value times 2 is your damage reduction. And I think the times 2 can maybe go away. I would much rather not have like an invisible modifier that people don't know about or have to learn about. I would much rather not have that and just have, you know, like armor values so that people can look at their armor and like add it all up and say, okay, I'm wearing the full silk set here. And I got 2 armor on every piece. That's 3 pieces. That's 6 armor. So I have a damage reduction of 6 points. Stuff like that, right? It makes it easier for people to understand. I might do that, you know, just so, you know, new players that are not like so super like savvy at figuring out mechanics and formulas and stuff like that, that they can just easily look at their weapon and their armor and just understand, okay, this is how much damage I'm gonna do. Well, we'll see. I might do it, I might not do it. It's whatever. But like this whole system is completely different basically to how the original game worked. The original game only had like 1 armor piece basically, right? You would only have 1 armor piece and 1 weapon. And the way I have it, I have 3 armor pieces. We have hat, shirt, pants. And then we have different weapons. And we also have like an offhand slot. We'll see what we're going to put in there. Currently, I have like 3 types of shields and 3 types of spell books. And the idea here is, if you look at the swords, we got like iron, steel, mithril, and a paladin sword, right? And like they go up in damage as their quality goes up. But then we also have a paladin greatsword, which has a lot more damage than the normal paladin sword. But it's a 2-handed one, right? 2-handed true, boom. That means you can't have an offhand weapon. And offhand here, of course, would be a shield. You know, you want to run like sword and board, and then, you know, that would potentially give you, you know, a more tanky build with less damage, right? If that's what you want to go for, you want to be on the safe side, but you're not going to do like top damage, right? That's what that comes down to. But, you know, maybe you want to go full damage. You go for the greatsword. You can't run a shield then, of course, right? You got to give up the the damage reduction for extra damage. You could run a spell book on a warrior too. Doesn't make sense because it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Because warriors don't even have, they don't have spells, they don't have mana, so, you know, that doesn't matter too much. But what you definitely could do is you can run a shield on a mage with a wand. So we have wands and we have staffs, right? So, and the wand is 1-handed and the staff is 2-handed, basically, right? And the wand will do less damage than the staff. but it will allow you to have like a spell book or a shield. You know, for extra tankiness, you can run like wand and shield, and that gives you some options on a mage. It's not like straightforward. It's just like I'm shooting spells and that's it. You can be a tanky mage if you want to. You know, gonna have less damage, but you know if that's your style, I think that's a play style that I want to enable. And then when it comes to the spell books, they're probably gonna. I haven't added this yet. Currently, they're just giving like extra magic power, which is probably not what it's gonna what it's gonna be like. We're probably gonna do extra regen, something like that, or maybe extra max magic or something like that. Right? We might add like a flat amount of like mana to it, or mana regen for every combat round, so you get a more sustained, focused mage build that is going to be cheaper to run because you don't have to like constantly chug like um mana potions to maintain your mana in combat, right? You might have, if you have a decent mage with like a grimoire or something like that, that's gonna provide you with decent regen. All right. So this is all the stuff that I've done yesterday. I need to ask Gemini whether or not this is correct or if there's like any issues. I just want to go through here to see if there's anything else that I have to do right now. We got armors. Right? We got armors. There should probably be I'm trying to think. Are we going to sell any of these armors or weapons? Are we going to sell any of them in a city, in the normal vendor in the city, or not? That's the real question right now. So if I go to a city, right, and I go to the merchant. Oh shit, look at that. Look at that. The ranged weapons and magic weapons have disappeared because I changed them and I deleted some. Nice. I didn't even know this was so dynamic. That's nice that it works. So we might not like the cloth stuff. Yeah, maybe, baby. I don't know. We might change. We might change the cloth to be like a starter. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna make like. Maybe we're gonna make one extra thing that you can buy. You can buy like one shirt, but no hat, no pants, right? Just say I have like some starter stuff. Buy that. Have like a shitty starter weapon or something like that. Like a shitty sword, shitty knife, a shitty bow, or something like that. Maybe we're gonna have that as like something that can be sold as like a starting weapon, so you can actually start fighting before you have like a production set up with like other players that can actually produce actual items. I think maybe we're gonna do that right now. Let's let's start with this actually. I'm gonna grab this thing. What are we gonna do? Maybe we're gonna do like an old coat or something. Maybe we're gonna do like an old coat or something. Old coat. All right, we're gonna call it that. Type armor, all right. Why is this not fitting? Type armor. That would be chest, of course. That would be chest. Armor, yeah. What are we gonna do? Yeah, we're gonna do just one armor, no magic power though. We're not doing any magic power on that. It's just one armor. That's all this thing's gonna do. That's all this thing's gonna do, right? So let's change this to old coat. We're gonna have this as like a thing that you can buy. Old code's gonna be in there. That's gonna be basically the starting. Or is that gonna be the starting thing? I don't know. I think that's just gonna be like your starting armor. Questionable. Or should we have what should we have? Should we have like hat pieces and pants pieces for these two? Does that make sense? Letting people buy like a set of armor? Because I feel like just letting them buy a coat might be enough. Just to get them started, right? Just get one extra armor, which is not a lot. But I don't want to make it more, because if I make it more, people are gonna keep the coat. They're gonna keep the coat for more armor when they buy the cloth stuff. They're gonna keep the coat because they would have more armor. Or actually, maybe not. I don't know. Let's say we have an old coat, and then maybe this is gonna just be the same thing. Maybe it's just gonna be the same thing for. Yeah, I think I should not introduce any like weight specific starter items, because if I put in a starter heavy armor piece, it's gonna have like 2 or 3 armor to make sense as like a heavy piece, and then people are just gonna use that and not do other stuff. Now I want to force people to kind of get a production going and start producing some good items. All right, let's see. Melee weapons. The knife is I mean, knife could be a starter weapon. Knife could be a starter weapon. I'm just thinking now. You got dagger, dual daggers, rapier. Maybe I could find like another thing that goes in between knife and dagger. Then I could have knife as like a starter melee weapon. We will we'll ask ChatGPT, I think. We're gonna ask ChatGPT. I need a starter weapon that can be bought in a city for new players. This is meant to be the first weapon you can get before the community has set up a production for actual armors and weapons. Currently, I have knife, dagger, dual daggers, and what was the other one? Rapier. As my uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary melee weapon variants. Thinking about making the knife the starter weapon, but then I need something else for the uncommon quality. What other blade weapon would make sense here? I could have just had this a lot shorter. Short sword, machete, hatchet. Nah, no. A short sword, like, no, that doesn't make sense. Short sword below dagger? That doesn't make sense. What else we got? Shiv, all stiletto, box cutter, utility blade, dude. A box cutter, medieval box cutter. Yeah, makes sense. Let's say we keep the knife as a craftable weapon. What could we use as a starter then? A broken bottle, sharp stick, rusty nail, piece of glass, bone shard, stick, old spoon, bent fork. I'm trying to stay within the bladed weapons. Improvised blade, box cutter. All nah, this is all not. It's not good. No. Nah, this doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. Glass shard is like you don't buy a glass shard as a weapon. What could we go for? There has to be a better way. Knife, dagger, dual daggers, rapier. I'm not even sure if I want to keep the dual daggers. Michael, welcome. Didn't we do that in ESO? Also, good morning. What did we do in ESO? Good morning, Michael. How you doing? What did we do in ESO? Glass stuff. Yeah, but not a glass shard. You're not fighting with a broken bottle or a glass shard now. So I'm looking for another tier here. I wanna have one melee weapon that's like not craftable that you can buy in the beginning in the town. IRL, some people do. Yeah, but this is not IRL. This is medieval fantasy, okay? Or maybe the knife is the starter, the dagger is the next one. Then we have the dual dagger. I don't know. Maybe a cleaver or something like that. But that's not really like a roguish weapon. I want to have like a rogue theme to these weapons. Anything with rogue slash thief themes. Nah, this just ChatGPT doesn't get it. It doesn't get it. It needs to make sense for the setting. It needs to make sense for the setting. What if we had like one extra weapon above the rapier that's better than the rapier as like a roguish weapon? Coming up with stuff is hard, man. It's kind of hard. I'll just say the knife is the starter weapon, right? I'll just say this is the starter weapon. And then we have the dagger. Actually, we have the dagger. Then then we have the dual daggers. And then it's either a rapier and something else, or something else and then the rapier. I don't know, like something like that. Something comes after the dual daggers. Because like dagger and dual daggers make sense. If I could like, I'm trying to picture something that a thief or a rogue would use for like a melee weapon. Some stabby. Some stabby. Knife. Upgrade is the dagger. Then you have the dual daggers. I don't know if the rapier should be the last weapon or not. If we have something after the rapier or something before the rapier. What about like what about claws? I feel like claws could be interesting. But where would claws be? Will we put claws after the dual daggers? Because I feel like if I put them before the daggers, then we have like knife, which is a blade. Then we have the claws, which is, you know, blade-ish. But then we go back to blade. I don't know. I feel like I want to put that like right here. I feel like we're putting the claws right here. So we have the knife as a starter. Then dagger, dual daggers, and then we go claws. Which, not sure if I'm super happy about, but like, you know, we might change that later. We might change that later. Not 100% sure. Dagger. Let me actually change the stuff here. So that would be dagger. This would be dual dagger. Z. And then claws. And then we would have a rapier here. I'm not sure if this is the right order, but this would be a common weapon. Right? This would be common. This would be uncommon. Then this is the rare one. This is epic, and this is legendary. Yes. Yes. And then let's do 2 damage here, 3 damage, 4, 5, and 6. Yes. 3, 4, 5, 6. Blah, blah, blah. Then we need one for the sword as well. Should we do like a wooden sword or something? Let's do like training sword or something. Yeah, let's do training sword. Training sword. And then this would be the common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. Yes. So the training sword would be the one that you can buy in the city, I think. And then, of course, the damage here would be 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this would be 3. Starts at 3. A little bit more damage than the starting thing for the rogues. Training sword, yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the big one, the Paladin Greatsword. We don't have any axes in here, which I think is fine. We don't really need axes. I might put them in though. You know, I might add some variety to it, but for now we're just trying to like get like a usable itemization going that's like, you know, focused on having the qualities and stuff like that, and a sensible progression. We're gonna do the same thing for the healer. Oops. Gonna do the same thing for the healer, and this is gonna be a rusty sickle. It's gonna be a rusty sickle. This will start at 2, of course. Rusty sickle. And that's gonna be the common quality one. Then oh my god, what are we doing? Jesus. So and then the starter weapon for ranged weapons. Oh wait, I made a mistake here. I gotta make sure that I don't know why there's a. Why is there a colon, man? That's crazy. That's scary. That would break the code. Gotta make sure that this doesn't happen. Let me actually search for specifically that happening. One more match. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, okay. It's just a short bow that had this happen. Okay, never mind. So this is gonna be what is this gonna be? This is gonna be a slingshot. Right? This is gonna be a slingshot. Slingshot. It's a common. Two-handed true. That's not two. No. No, actually, it is two-handed, of course. Slingshot. You can't use a slingshot without using two hands. That's not gonna work. It's also gonna be 2 damage here. Okay, I guess we need also one for magic weapons then. Oh, what is this gonna be then? What's this gonna be? What kind of wand is this gonna be? What's this gonna be, like a branch or something instead of like a wand? Because I like how do you go lower than a novice wand? You can't. So this is just gonna be like an enchanted branch or something. An enchanted twig. Or like, oh my god. I might have to ask ChatGPT again. What about wands? I have wands for novice, adept, expert, and master. But I want a starter one. What is lower than novice? Or should we do something else instead of a wand for the starter item? A twig, see? Like, twig. Twig, stick, splintered wand, magic reed, charred branch, focus stone, arcane fetish. Should we call it enchanted twig or something? Yeah, just asking. No, enchanted twigs too generous for a true starter item. All right, dude. I see how it is, man. Maybe I'm gonna call it like a carved, or like, yeah. Let me ask that. What about a carved twig? How it feels? Pathetic. Yes. Pathetic. Yes. Embarrassing. Yes. All right. It's gonna be a carved twig. Carved twig. So funny. Pathetic? Yes. Oh man, that shit is so funny. Carved twig. Twiggeroony. So then we can keep those. Should we have a should we have a carved staff or not? That's the real question. Like a carved branch. A gnarled branch or something. What about staves? A gnarled branch. See, like, we're gonna go with that. The gnarled branch. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Just like I suggested. See, ChatGPT gets it. They get it. This is gonna be a magic power 2. We're gonna have to make so many images, by the way. Like ChatGPT is gonna be busy cooking up images for me to use. I don't know if I want to do that today. We could definitely try to do it. That's gonna be a lot of stuff, man. Not gonna lie. So gnarl branch, we got this. Oh yeah, I forgot to set this to, where is it? Novice wand. Oh, we actually didn't set the quality over here at all. Jesus, can I copy this? Thank you. So the quality wasn't even set here at all. Two-handed for those. Carved twig. Yeah. I don't know how I forgot to add the quality here yesterday. So the carved twig, that's going to be the common one. Uncommon. All right. Oh my god, stop it. Jesus, I wish this shit actually fit in here. And then this is the rare one. Stop it. It's the epic one. That's the legendary one. Common. Common. A rare. It's the epic one. This is the legendary one. Okay. And then for the shields, we don't need a starter one. You're not supposed to have a shield in the beginning. So those are going to be yeah, those are just going to be just normal things you can craft. No one's probably going to go for the wooden shield, I would assume. Yeah. All right, I think this might be it. Let me see. So we can sell the coat, a knife, training sword, rusty sickle, slingshot, carved twig, gnarled branch. That's pretty much it. Or maybe apples as like a consumable. I might add like a consumable as like, you know, an apple. As like a thing you can buy as like an early consumable. All right. Let's call it red apple. Quick slot. When used, heals, I don't know, like 10 HP or something like that. Really not much, you know, but like as like a starter, I think. That's going to be a common one. Right, red apples. So this is going to be our starter one. We're going to sell that one. And hand cards are going to be able to, yeah, we're going to be able to sell a hand card. So we don't even have to do anything here. Hand card's just going to be the thing. Although donkey is like the same thing. I don't even know why we have those. They're both speed 0, they're both carry weight 15, and they both require 1 skill. Maybe. Maybe we should add, like, you know, like a donkey. Let me see. What is this? This in the riding horse is for speed. The racing bull for speed. Those are for speed, yeah. Then 20 on the camel. That's also for speed. I might add extra for the donkey. We might add some extra weight for the donkey, but this is not gonna, you can't buy this in the beginning. You have to craft the donkey. You have to craft the donkey. So, okay. In that case, that's still going to be a common, I think. Yeah, still going to be a common. But a little bit better than the other one. So then you can buy this one as well. Nice. All right. Let me go down here. All right. Armor. We're not going to have much. We're only going to have 1 for armor, right? Let's go up here. What was our armor again? Old coat. Yeah. Old coat, training sword, knife. Yeah. Old coat. The cost. How much is this going to be? I think it needs to be expensive-ish. Let's do 500 here. Not like expensive-ish, but you know. So we have the knife. Let's do 350 for the knife. And then we have the training sword and the sickle. All right. With the training sword, which is, it has a little bit more damage than the knife, so we're going like 450 on this one. I might have to like change up the skills too. Now that I'm scrolling past the skills, I think the skills have to be changed too, most likely, to make sense with the new system here. Okay, we got the old coat, got the knife, we got the training sword, the rusty sickle and slingshot, carved twig, gnarled branch. Okay. Yeah. Rusty sickle. 350 again. And then we have the slingshot. This stays. This can be what's the damage on this one? This would be a 450 damage, right? I think. Is that a 450 or is that a 350? Let's do 350 on this thing. Ranged slingshot, right? And then magic. We have the carved, oops, sorry. The carved twig for 350. And then we would have the gnarled branch for 450. Is this all? Is this all we have? We have one. Wait. Let me see. Let me count from up top here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 for the red apple and 8 for the hand card. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Old code knife. Knife's the starting one. Training sword. Rusty sickle. Am I doing this right? Am I crazy? We got 1. We got 2. We got 3. We got 4. We got 5. We got 6. We got 7. And then we got 8 and 9. Okay, so it's 9 in total. Yeah. Just counting. So we have 7 here. That's all the magic stuff. And then we'd have consumables and we have transport, right? Consumables. Gonna be the red apple. For, I don't know. I don't want people to like just buy a ton of them. I don't want people to buy a ton of them, so I don't know, like 250 maybe per apple. 150 per apple. 100 per apple. I'm just thinking, like, it heals 10 HP, right? So you got a 1 to 10 if I go for 100, got a 1 to 10 ratio. Thinking that a normal healing potion heals you for 25. Heals you for 25. So, and I highly doubt you can produce a healing potion for 250. That would mean the apple is the better healing item if you want to try, like if you're trying to save money. This might have to be adjusted. Like I don't know what the production costs are going to be for a healing potion, because it all depends on how the economy develops, right? I can't see that. So we're basically just I don't know, maybe 200 per apple. Maybe 200 per apple to 150. I don't know. It has to make sense though. Let's say 150 for now for red apple. And then we have transport. And that would be the hand cart. And for the hand cart, I think we can say we want 500 for a hand cart, maybe. Weapon, armor. Weapon type magic. Weapon type ranged. Melee. I don't know if this is like set up correctly. This is where the lack of knowledge comes in. Armor, melee, ranged, magic, consumables, transport. Yeah, I might have to ask Gemini about this. But that would basically be this. You can buy 9 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Let's save this. Uploaded. And we're gonna ask. Oh shit, we just broke something. In 692. We broke something in 692. 692 is here. Oh yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah. Forgot a little comma there. Forgot those little commas. Okay, now the server started up. Nice. I'm actually gonna check. There's not gonna be any sprites or anything. I just want to see if this actually shows up in the city or not. Merchant, ranged weapons, magic weapons. Okay, it's not showing up. Also, why does the cloth stuff still show up? Why does this still show up? It's not supposed to be there, right? This makes me want to hop into... Where would this be? City service? Most likely city service, right? Okay, nothing merchant here. What am I looking for? Okay, so apparently this wouldn't be in the city service, huh? Where else would that be? If it's not city service, it might be routes. Cloth. Oh, clothes, okay. 4 matches on the merchant. Merchant buy. Item definitions. Item to buy. Found ID, found ID, found ID. Merchant inventory. Game data definitions. Category find item, item ID. Do we have any... Oh yeah, there's some errors. Some errors. That's not the issue though, is it? I don't know why it has this no class thing. Fail to load no class PNG. We might have to like put that in just so it's like satisfied. Images. Where's it looking for that? Icons. UI icons? Yeah. Okay, now it finds this. Yeah. Okay, now it actually loads this stuff in. Nice. Okay. Now this is loaded in. Of course, we don't have the images for it, but hey, there it is. Armor, some melee weapons. And then some ranged weapons as well. Magic weapons. Yeah, so that's nice that this is already in there. I guess we gotta work on the images then. But for now, I'm just gonna ask Gemini. I have been working on reworking the itemization of the game. I have added qualities to the game data definitions. What else did I add here? We added qualities. We added qualities. All right. Oh yeah. And we added some damage values to armor. We added damage values to armor, so there's that. All right, where's my thing? There it is. I've added qualities for every item. I have also, oh my god, I can't type. I've also added damage values to some of the new armors. Would you please check if the definitions are set up correctly, and if our current system allows armors to add damage to the combat calculations. I don't know. We're just gonna ask it. Do, do, do. Item definitions seem to be set up correctly. You've added a quality property to each item and included a damage effect for some of the new medium armor pieces. Not just medium armor, light armor too. Light armor too. Starts with weapon damage, which is pulled from the attacker's caster derived stats. This derived stats object is likely built before the combat begins. However, the code only looks for caster derived stats base damage. It does not currently look for any other stat on the caster that might modify the damage. This means that even though your armor has a damage effect in its definition, that value is not being added to total damage during combat calculations. Well, before you fix this, light armors have, what's it called? Magic power. Have magic power. Medium armors have damage. Heavy armors only have armor values. So we need to make sure that both the magic power and the damage values are correctly included in the calculations. Question. Weapon damage is currently respected, right? Because I'm not even sure if like the combat system correctly pulls the weapon damage right now. Dun, 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 dun. Weapon damage derived from damage effect on a weapon is the starting point for the physical damage calculation. However, spotted a key issue. The current combat logic does not account for the damage stat from medium armor, nor the magic power stat. Yeah, because I just added that. For physical attacks from warriors, thieves, hunters, blah, 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 we'll add the damage value from the attacker's armor for the total damage for magical attacks, for mages and healers. We'll change the formula to use the abilities base damage. The abilities base damage. Oh, wait. Scale it with the attacker's total magic. See, the base damage is... I think we have to remove the base damage from abilities. This is too much scaling, I think, if we have that. Does this plan sound correct? I don't really think so. Just to be clear, magic power needs to apply to Needs to apply to... I need to look at how how they're set up. Type physical, yeah. Type physical melee attack. Type ultimate. This is all not set up correctly. I will have to like tear all this stuff down. This all has to be redone, I think. And we might actually not use ultimates. I think ultimates are going out the window. I think ultimates are going out the window, most likely. Most likely. You see, those are all magic. Melee, magic, magic, magic. To all magic attacks. Damage. To all... Yo, Kitty! How you doing, Kitty? Damage to all melee and ranged attacks. Of the physical type. I don't know. I don't know. I'm typing here. Of the physical type. How you doing, Kitty? How's today? The physical type. Blah blah blah. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Whatever. I was gonna say something about the skills, but there's just nothing right now that I can do. I'm probably gonna rework the skills tonight or something. I don't know. Coffee's almost cold, eh? I drank my coffee. Yeah, let's do a combat service. Just trying to run the a test. We don't have a freaking test for this. That was combat service, right? You are not running on the server. You can't execute commands. Sorry. And also, we don't have tests for this. Anyway, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Telling the AI not to worry. Hey AI, don't worry about it, okay? I'm gonna go over the weapons here if I have any weapons. Oh yeah, my staff is gone. Oh, my staff's actually gone. The weapons are all gone now. Oh yeah, no wait, actually no. We still have a short bow. Let's delete the short bow here. Let's delete the knife. We're gonna delete all weapons. Who was this Veil? Yeah. And we might actually test the armors, but I might have to like set up some armors here. Let me try to find some quick armor thing. First we're gonna check this items. I don't really like this armor, but we still have this armor in the in the thing here, right? Let me pull this up real quick so I can see the path, the file names that are set up for this. So we still have armor, cloth, hat. I'm actually gonna remove that. The armor prefix goes out completely now. We're not using that anymore. We won't be using that. No armor prefix. All right. Sure, we upload this. And then I'm just gonna copy this a couple times. Just gonna copy that. We're gonna rename this. This is no longer located. Okay, well, skip them then. Yeah. Can't find them because I renamed them. Well, I guess we're just gonna put them in and we're gonna go silk robe. And this is gonna be the silk hat. Those are gonna be silk pants, right? Yeah. And then we have, this would be the mage cowl. Mage cowl. I'm just gonna copy this now just so I have some icons for it. I'm gonna replace that once I have the new thingies. Mage robe. And then we have mage pants. I could call this mage trousers, maybe. Just to break up the monotony a little bit. And then we have the wizard hat robe pants. Wizard robe. Wizard hat. Wizard pants. Okay, got that all figured out. For the leather stuff, I don't really have leather stuff right now. I don't have leather stuff. I wonder if I can fake this a little bit. Maybe I should just keep copying this. You know, maybe I should just keep doing this. It's like leather hat, leather hat, leather shirt, and then leather pants. Do the same thing for scout. This would be the scout jerkin, though. This would be the scout pants. Yo, Wolverine, welcome. Monster triple shot for admin Wolverine. Careful, okay? Careful with him, brother. I don't want you to like get a heart attack after cleaning for 10 hours straight. Be careful with him. Scout Scout cap. We'll call this scout cap. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to open that. All right, so the next one would be the stalker. Stalker cap. Stalker jerkin. Jerkin the gherkin. Stalker. Oops, sorry. Pants. Pantalones. And then we have, what is this? Assassin hood. Vest. And then we have the assassin pants. No, leggings. Leggings. Oi, leggings! Nah, water only today, but yesterday was something else. Well, did you feel bad? Was there any issues, or did you just have like unlimited energy? Now we got to do all this stuff for the iron. Oh my god. All right, iron helmet. I have to replace this all with like proper stuff. Iron cuirass. Iron greaves. Then this is gonna be the steel helmet. Not steel. Steel greaves. Steel cuirass. How's the coding going? It's not like a ton of coding right now. I'm just duplicating the shitty looking armor sprites that I have, so I basically have sprites for all the items that I just put in. They're all going to be the same. It's going to take me a little bit to make them all. I just want to make sure every item has a sprite. I'm about to head for my 8-mile walk. That's a long walk, man. Where are you gonna go? Where's that gonna get you? How far do you go? How, like 8 miles, obviously, but you know, 4 miles each way. How far does that get you? I crashed hard when I got to bed. It was like live wire all day. Nice. Working on bike today. I mean, you know, I would say I just keep going. If I didn't know that, you know, that stuff could potentially cause harm. 8 miles walk to McDonald's and taxi home. Honestly, an 8-mile walk, that's probably at least 500 calories, probably more. You could afford a little McDonald's meal. From my house to the park, which going around twice is 5 miles. 600, yeah. Only 17,000 steps. I thought this would have been more. Yeah, I should probably walk more, but I don't have time, okay? I'm a busy man. Developing the next great game, okay? The next best game. Mithril helmet. Mithril greaves. Mithril cuirass. And then we got the paladin stuff. Ooh, yeah. The paladin greaves. Looking forward to actually making those in game. So yeah, today we're just doing more of this kind of stuff. This is not typically what I do on a daily basis. We're focusing hard on itemization today because I put all these new items in yesterday. Last night I wrote them all down. I put all these new items in, all that new shit here. So we're gonna wire them up today, see if they work. Stuff like that. Where was I? I was here. 500 cal burn per day means 1 pound lost if you kept your calorie intake at 2,000 or maintenance. I mean, yeah, if I walked, I would probably lose weight faster than I am currently. I'm still good. I'm like 18 kilos down, however much that is in pounds, like 35 pounds or some shit, you know. Looking at me, I can't tell that I lost that much weight. Like, I look just as fat as I've always been, okay? Like, I look at myself naked in the mirror and I'm like, really? It looks the same, dude. Swimming is got here, apparently. Yeah, it is. I haven't been to a pool, to a public pool, in probably 20 years, probably more. I don't remember the last time I've been swimming. If you're losing it, not doing much movement, you're doing something right. Add whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'm eating a lot of protein. Been doing this for 3 months now. Eating a lot of protein, and you know, my calories are usually between like 1,200 and like 1,400. Why not? Why I haven't been to a pool? Busy at first, very busy. Didn't have time. Back when I was still working as a chef, I was like working all the time. And then I got fat, and like I don't need to, like, if I went to the pool, I would probably go like right when they open up at, like, I don't know when they open up, like 8 in the morning or some shit. I'd probably go at 8 in the morning when no one's there except like old ladies that just like swim their fucking their fucking rounds for like an hour straight. I'd probably go then. I don't want the young people to see me, okay? They're gonna point at me and like, hey, look at this fat old dude over there. What's he doing here? What's this guy doing here? I need to hit 1,800. I mean, that shouldn't be an issue. If you're struggling, I mean, fat, you know, it's the easiest way to get calories in is fat. Like, the stuff that I eat doesn't have a lot of fat. It has a lot of calories. So the way I designed my diet, which I have done with Gemini, right? Gemini is basically my diet coach. And it's really nice because you can just talk to it and say, I like this, I don't like that. And then you can just adjust it. What I'm eating is skyr, which is like a dairy product that has like tons of protein and not a lot of calories. I'm eating chicken, I'm eating tuna, and I'm eating eggs. That's basically what I'm eating all day, every day. And I can eat like a whole tub of skyr, which is like 500 grams. It's like half a kilo. That shit fills you up for a couple hours. That's 300 calories. I could easily have 4 of them a day. I could easily have 4 of them. And be at a very, like, at the bottom of my calorie range. I can't consume all forms of fats due to, yeah. Well, then the next best option is sugar. You know, those are the 2 heavy hitters. Living legend, brother. Good to see you. How you doing, brother? All right. Now we're gonna get the dagger going here. Let me see. We already had some stuff. Weapon dagger. Okay, so this one, the dagger. I'm just gonna call this dagger. We're gonna copy this, and we're also gonna call this the dual daggers. I'm just gonna keep that in there for dual daggers. Knife. So we got knife, dagger, dual daggers. We got claws. We don't have claws. I don't know what to use for claws. I don't have anything that looks like claws, I think. In which case, I'm probably just gonna just gonna copy the dagger again, put that in. That's gonna be claws. When you adding the wizard sleeve, what do you mean? What's the wizard sleeve? Trying to hit the lowest weight possible for my height, and then bulk again for muscle gain, and keep going until my body recoms. Is that really the best way to do it? Tried beans on toast. It wasn't too bad. Can't say I'd die for it though, where it was good. I mean, if you like, here's the thing. Maybe you just need better beans. I don't know what kind of beans you had. Like beans on toast, don't get me wrong, it's not my favorite either. I do like baked beans though. I wouldn't put them on toast. I would just have like a little pot full of baked beans and then just have some toast on the side. You know, I don't need to put it on. It's gonna just get the whole toast soggy. I just have like a couple slices of toast maybe on the side and just dip them in, something like that. But if you have like, if you get some really good baked beans, yeah, maybe spruce it up a little bit. Maybe get like a nice, I don't know, a baguette or ciabatta bread or something like that. Focaccia, maybe. Crisp that up nicely. Put some nice juicy smoky baked beans on. You're gonna like that. I thought that was just a UK meme. You think it's a meme, but that's a UK staple, okay? People in the UK grew up with that stuff. Rapier. I wonder if we had a rapier weapon. Let me, What do you mean, dude? What's so duty? What's so duty about all that stuff? Stuff from over here. Oh, I gotta double check. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. No, that's okay. Where is this stuff? What am I looking for? Okay, these are all the weapons, I guess. Oh yeah, these are all the weapons. I'll copy this over. This is gonna be our rapier, I guess. Okay, that would be this training sword. This is also... God, this is all over the fucking place here. Wait a second. This would be the rapier. This would be the rapier, I think. Is that the rapier or is that the rapier? Now, I think this might be the paladin greatsword. They're too small. I can't see anything, okay? Okay. Then we got the mithril sword. I mean, the swords basically all look the same, so I'm just gonna take this thing here. This is gonna be a training sword. And then this is gonna be iron sword. We're just gonna use the same sprite for all of them right now. Iron sword, then this is steel sword. And then this would be the mithril sword. And then we have the paladin sword, the one-handed one, yeah. Just same image for all of them. Oh yeah, the sickle. We don't have one for a sickle. Lord, let me see. Maybe, is there a sickle? Maybe there is a sickle weapon. Let me go through here. I don't remember seeing one, but... Hey, what are you guys talking about? Sorry. So busy looking for weapons. Chicken, steak, vegetables, and rice with some exercises undefeated. Steak is too expensive and has too many calories. Met someone who can't eat steak anymore due to a tick. That sucks. Beans are something for protein. Dude, if you want protein, you got to go with skyr, okay? You got to get skyr. I don't know if you guys have that stuff, but that's like the protein bomb. Gives you tons of just volume and weight. You know, you can eat, you feel full, very little calories, tons of protein. Okay, you can't beat that shit. Get on my level. I know all about protein, okay? Make a beans and toast attack in this game? No. Fuck you. Fuck you. Don't ruin my game, okay? Don't try to ruin my game. So we don't have a sickle. I might have to use something else for a sickle then. What's the closest thing to a sickle? A battle axe? You know, I'll use this thing for wait, let me copy it. I don't wanna drag it over. We're gonna use this for a sickle. Oh man. They're just placeholders, okay? Rusty sickle. And then we have the iron sickle. Then we have the steel sickle. And then we have the popsicle. No. Then we have the, what is it, mithril sickle? Yeah. Yeah. And then we have the warden sickle. All right, got that. It's in reality it's an axe, but you know, it is what it is. Probably called something else in America. No, it isn't. That's what it's called. You guys probably don't have that because you're not into the good dairy stuff. Okay, you're not into the good stuff. You just have like aisles and aisles of like fat smoothie with sugar. I'm gonna pick up my fat and sugar smoothie today. It's literally just oil and sugar just whipped up. Look, 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 look. That's how you spell it. Do 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 do. All right. What else we know? Slingshot. Yes, we have a slingshot. We can use this. It's the slingshot. Short bow. We got that. Then we need a compound bow. How many bows do I have over here? 2? Okay, this is going to be the long bow. And we're going to use the short bow as the compound bow. And then we have the mahogany crossbow. Where are my crossbows at? I think this is the heavy crossbow, right? This oh shit, wait. No. Don't pull it over. Copy it over. I don't want to steal items from my folder here. This would be the mahogany crossbow. I don't know if you make crossbows out of mahogany, but you know, now we do. Now we do. A carved twig, a twiggly twig. We're gonna go with the branch. I have it somewhere here. Where is it? Offhand branch. There it is. This is gonna be the carved twig. Wiggly piggly. And then this is also gonna be the gnarled branch for now. And then we have the wands. I don't have a wand yet, right? Oh, wait, actually, we're calling this the wand. Yeah, this was our wand replacement. So this would be the novice wand then. And then this would be... This would be the adept. I didn't think I was gonna be spending so much time just copying images. I don't have to do this, but you know, it is what it is. It'd be what it'd be, and then we're gonna use the this old. I don't like this stick. I want to have a different thing, but I don't have an item. Yeah, we're gonna use this one. Whatever. This is gonna be noise, not noise. Novice staff. The noise staff. Very noise. Okay, and then this is gonna be the adept staff. Expert staff. Master staff. Okay. Almost done here. And then we have the shields. I had a shield somewhere. Where is it? Offhand shield somewhere? Offhand wooden shield, yes. So this would just be wooden shield. Do I have other shields? Do I have a... No, I don't think I do. I don't think I do. All right. So the wooden shield is also going to be the... What do we have here? Iron shield? No, iron buckler. Wait. No, iron... I think I called the item iron buckler. But the ID is iron shield. Yeah, we'll see. Can always change it. Steel shield. And then we need the spell book, which we have here somewhere. There it is. So this is just spell book. Do you even like Okay, I get it. Stop it. It's probably one word, huh? And then we have the tome. And then we have the grimoire. Bang. Is this it? Oh, we need the red apple. Oh, we don't have an apple, guys. There's no apples. We're gonna copy the large healing potion because it looks vaguely like a red apple. Vaguely. Okay, if you squint your eyes, this could be an apple. This could be an apple. Don't talk to me, okay? Don't talk to me. And then those we have. Those we have. Yeah, those we have. I think that should be it. All right. The only dairy stuff I eat, to be honest, is eggs. Dairy? Dairy is not eggs. Eggs is not dairy. Eggs is not dairy, brother. God dang it. Anyway. Oh, yikes. All right, now that we have this, let me shoot that over to the server. Items, yeah. We're gonna copy over the whole thing here. Yes to all. All right. Wait, did we? Oh yeah. Sorry. Server restarted because we changed some files. Oh yeah, look at, oh no. Oh, I forgot the old code. I forgot the old code. No. 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 Oh shit, this is PNG. God dang it. This is PNG. Oh, also, this is not gonna work. Oh man. Let me fire up the old Photoshop. I have to save this as a GIF. Also gonna make that smaller. All right. So that's gonna be your GIF. I also need the staff. The staff is gonna be important. So this is gonna be the novice staff. Okay, save that as a novice staff GIF already exists. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. In that case, novice staff GIF. Oh, I copied the GIF. Okay, nice. Okay, they're fine. Old code. Those are GIFs. I think we should be fine here. I think we should be fine. Right. Let's make sure this works. Oh yeah, the old code. There you go. And we're gonna What are we gonna do? Let me see. We're gonna buy a knife. And we're gonna buy a training sword. And we're gonna buy a carved twig. And we're gonna buy a gnarled branch. We're gonna buy an old coat. And you know what? Let's buy a couple old coats here. One to Rorik, one to Zane, one to Vale, one to Orin, and I need one for myself. I didn't buy one. This one goes to Vale. The knife goes to Vale as well. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna be using the carved twig. I'm gonna put that on in a second, I think. I'll put that on in a second. Let's. Oh yeah, he already cloth shirt. Let's take that off. We're gonna put that on in a second. Let's take all the armor off. We're gonna do some damage tests here. We're gonna do some damage tests. So we're gonna go in naked for now. Okay, this one has the old coat. Doesn't have a weapon though. Let's buy weapons for him as well. Let's see. What are we doing here? Merchant. Yes. Get him a knife. Get him a sword. So the knife goes to Orin. Training sword goes to Orin. Nice. All right, cool. And I'm gonna set up some. Let's delete the monsters up here. Let's go for some easy ones. What's an easy monster? What's an easy one? Orcs might be a little much. Let's do rats. Let's do rats. Spawn a group of rats. Right. Oh, I should also give myself some. That's gonna help. I'm gonna give myself some Monster Nitro. No, I'm not gonna give myself Monster Nitro. I need a large. What do I need? Survival ration. Yes. Let's get 50 of them. What? Oh no. Oh, I didn't fix that error yesterday, did I? No. Apparently I can't have got medium ones, but small ones. There's an error currently where I can't have multiple of like one item, which is weird. Okay, let's put the 5 medium ones on here, like whatever. Whatever. Let's just see the kinds of damage. So the rats are hitting me for like 4 damage. Yeah, they're hitting me for like 4 to 5 damage. They're hitting me 4 to 5 damage. So now we're just gonna put on. Oh, I didn't buy myself. I didn't buy myself the thing. Wait, why am I back on the wait, why is that the thing? Did I just retreat back to the city? Am I crazy? Since when is that a problem now? What the fuck? Fat rat! That's me, baby. I'm the fat rat. Since when are we retreating further than 1 tile away? Oh my god. See, this is the shit about game design. When did this break? When did this change? Fuck me, man. Let's give everyone the old code here. Give everyone the old code. Old code, nice. So the old code has like one armor, right? One armor. Let's see. That monster rat only hits me for like 1 damage now. That's crazy. Is that normal? Is that supposed to be like that? That's a lot. That's a lot of damage reduction out of the box right away. That's a lot of stuff. Oh, sorry, I got to retreat. So now we're putting the carved twig on for damage. This one's not gonna get anything. Zane's not gonna get anything. Putting the knife on. Swing. Yeah, Orin is new. He's getting the swing. Sunder armor cleave. Now we're going for the swing. Just normal swing here. And for me, I will go with the fire arrow. Did I unlock Fireball already? Wait, when does this unlock? This unlocks at... Wait, this is always available, right? This is at like 20? No, 15? This is at 25. Yeah. Let's go with the fire arrow. The standard. Also, let's fill up our mana. Okay, mana has been filled up. Excuse me, why are you in the back line all of a sudden? Why is he in the back line? Why is he in the back line? He's supposed to be in the front line. What the fuck? What are you doing in the back line, Vale? Get out there, fight people. Come on. He is literally in the melee, in the ranged group right now. How does that make sense? That's weird. Let's look at the damage here. Or an Oakard swing hits monster rat for 13 damage. For 13 damage with a knife. He's got a knife and he's... What? Vale Stoneheart swing hits fat monster rat for 43 damage. Brother, you're wielding a knife. Chill out, dude. Yeah, I think the damage calculations are a little... They're a little off the charts right now because I added the new weapons that just do more damage. I will have to change the skills to not have a base damage modifier. We're just going to use the weapon damage and not have extra damage on the skills because that gets out of control. Like, look at this. Orin Oakard hits a... I mean, it's a rat, right? Oh, no, Vale Stonehand hits the rat for 40... But, like, if you look at him, he's got 34 melee skills, so he's not too bad. He's not too bad at this. But he's using a freaking knife. Brother is using a knife and he's using swing. He's using the starter skill. My God, dude. Holy Jesus. What if I give him the training sword and I let him have the Sunder armor? He's gonna one bang everyone. My man's gonna be a menace. Let's do like a fireball here on this guy. It's gonna be insane. I'm gonna be... Oh my God. My fireball hit for 17. Critical. Vale Stonehand Sunder armor hits fat monster rat for 44. But how is that less damage? How's that less damage? We got a better weapon and a better skill. So swing. I don't know what the multiplier is, to be honest. This all needs to be reworked. Value 5. I think this is just a flat damage value. Is that the case? Because that would explain why the swing hits so hard. We'll see. Do another attack. Yeah, he's hitting for 32. I think this is too much for early game, dude. My man's just absolutely smacking shit. 22. Yeah, that's more like it. 18 damage. I'm just looking for like some big numbers right now. 26 damage. Well, it is what it is. We gained some combat fame though. Look at my combat fame going up. Very nice. All right, so we got that. But this is not actually what I was trying to do. Now we got to work on I kind of want to rework the inventory. All right? We got to rework the inventory. Oh man, let me see. I would like to how are we going to do this? I don't want the inventory to be shown like this. I think what I want is I want like little tiles with just the icon and the quality color. And if it's a stackable item like consumables, it's going to have the number too, right? It's going to say how many items. And then on hover over, you will see a nice tooltip pop up displaying the name, the quality color, a description, and the stats, I guess, the damage, weight. If I decide to put in weight, we have weight defined on these items. It's all just one for the most part. Currently, I'm not accepting item weight as like a value right now. Only your resources that you have collected count towards the weight. All right, so I don't even know if I want to work on that right now. I might have to like do this off stream so I can just like sit here and stare at the ceiling and really think about it. By the way, guys, what about streams? I decided to do a dev stream today because I didn't have anything else, right? We're done with Soulframe. I don't want to go back to Albion unless someone wants to play Albion with me. I've been thinking about, and Wolverine's going to love this. Wolverine's going to be so happy about this. I've been thinking about doing some New World again. Is anyone interested in New World content? Or would you guys hate me if I did it? Would you guys hate me? Where else? Merchant inventories. Let's just say just merchants. What's the other place? Oh yeah, give item modal. Where else would you see items? They're in the inventory, of course. They're gonna show up here. Oh yeah, potentially trading posts. Where else? In the give item thing, they're gonna show up. Gonna show up there. Definitely need a tooltip here, I think. Where else? Where else would we see this? Where else would we see this? I don't even know. I guess we can add it if I find any more spots. Let's just stick with that. Okay, mostly inventory and merchants, give item modal, trading post, etc. Let's say etc. These tooltips should have item name, quality, color, sprite, of course, description, and oh yeah, number of items if it's a stackable one. And the items stats. Okay, that's gonna be it. Is that it? Name, item color, yeah, and then the sprite, description, numbers, stats. I guess so. Can we work on implementing something like that? I will do the CSS, but we can add some rudimentary CSS for now. This is supposed to be, I'm just going to give some extra context. Supposed to be a typical RPG item tooltip. The name at the top on a colored background representing the quality. Then the sprite below that, the description. Need to write them still. And then the items stats, armor, damage. What other stats do we have here to work with? Let's say it's like armor, right? Type armor, slot chest, stuff like that. Type slot armor stuff, yeah, stuff like that. AI does the code. It's completely opposite. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can't code. I can't code. It's not easy though. I mean, it's definitely easier than having to code it myself. But I'm still sitting here like for hours every day and doing like research and thinking about everything, and you know, it's still a lot of stuff. Like unlike big systems, I'm sitting here for like half an hour typing shit out, you know, given like all the details that I can. Type, slot, armor, damage, etc. And the amount of items if it's a stack. That's just, when in doubt, send it out. Future gonna be crazy. I think it may have been Bill Gates, but somebody says only like 3 jobs that will survive AI. No, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Jobs are constantly changing. What the job does changing. Jobs are going to be lost. New jobs are going to be invented. There's always going to be something that you have to do. Unless AI completely takes over. Dynamically creates. So yeah, we're making a new JS. All right, let's do it. So basically he just gives me a little bit of stuff, tells me about what he's going to do, blah blah blah, right? And then he's going to ask me to approve a change. And he's just going to basically make a new file, right? He's going to make a new file called tooltips.js. And he's going to put some stuff in there, and I will approve. I say, yes, please do so. Wait. Wait. I didn't see that. He's trying to do the create a CSS file for the tooltip. Yeah, but you just hard coded the colors, didn't you? Wait, did I approve? No, I didn't. Okay, I was gonna say. Make sure the quality colors and other important design elements are defined in the CSS, not the JS file, so I can easily change them. That just annoyed me a little bit. He just put the quality colors into the JS file. I don't think they should be in there. Maybe they're just fallback colors, but yeah, this needs to be in the CSS. Hard coding styles in JavaScript is inflexible. Yeah, and that's basically also a thing that I do. I read the output. Sometimes I look at, you know, what exactly he's going to change if I'm a little unsure about, you know, if he's like really understanding, or if I'm have a suspicion that he might be doing something in a weird way. I'm checking the changes, and then I will stop him from doing that, because oftentimes he's like, this is how I'm gonna do it, and then he spits out that code, and I'm like, no, that's not how you're gonna do it. That's absolutely definitely not how you're gonna do it. That's just gonna cause issues later on. We're not doing that. Okay, so now he's doing the tooltips CSS. So let's upload the stuff here. So he's made the tooltips. Where is it? Tooltips.js, right? We're gonna upload that onto the server, and then he added some CSS. Tooltip CSS, there it is. Boom. Nice. And then he's updating the JS again. The fact you now realize that he is gonna do or not, you can read code slightly for learning over time. I'm not really learning over time. I could read code before to a certain degree. You know, it's not like I didn't spend the last 15 years working with code on a daily basis. It's just mostly HTML and CSS. That's, you know, what I can do. I'm not great at like if you there's like certain JavaScript code you can look at and you just understand what it does. I would never be able to write it, and I might not even be able to edit it without breaking something, but I might understand what it does. Other codes, on the other hand, you know, other JavaScript code, you look at it and you're like, I have no idea what you're doing here. I don't know what you're doing. And yeah, now he's putting that tooltips CSS into the character HTML. You can do that. Did we update this again? No, this is still the same. But he had a new update for the tooltips.js. I could let him run on the server directly, but I'm not doing that. So Gemini is basically running on my system right now, editing stuff, and then I'm grabbing stuff and I upload that manually to my server. It's kind of like as like a little bit of a safety net in case I accidentally approve a change to a file that I didn't mean to approve. So I still have like the unchanged file on my server, and I could potentially just say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna revert that. What's he doing now? Character HTML. Yeah, we're gonna need it there too. It's true. It's true. Oh my god, just stay over here. Okay, game HTML has been changed. Character. What are you doing now? Character HTML again. Jesus. Get it together, man. And now he's doing the character page JS. Okay, character HTML here. Character page JS. Oh man, he's eating through my tokens right now because he's checking a lot of files. Okay, no changes to this file. But he's changing the character sheet modal manager. I hate the character sheet modal manager JS. This is my least favorite file in this entire project because it's so big. Character sheet modal manager. Oh, actually, it's not that big. Oh, it's the game UI manager. That's like, but I hate this one too because like it's bigger than it should be. But then again, like the other one, the game UI manager is like literally twice the size. Just kind of insane. But yeah, this is I'm trying to keep an eye on everything that Gemini does. In the beginning, I had like, you can, like when he asks for approval, you can basically say auto approve, right? Auto approve all of them. And then he literally never asks you. He just edits files. And he's just like, yeah, I'm doing this, bang, bang, bang. And he's just editing all kinds of files that he wants to edit. But I soon realized that this is dangerous. Because if he does something wrong, he just like fucking edits files and I'll never know which files he touched unless I go over. So that's why I'm like manually approving every change now. Because I don't want him to like go hog wild on my code and just break everything. Created a tooltip. All right. All right. I think we got it all now. By the way, I don't have to restart my server after changing files because I'm running the npm start here on my node server, which basically watches the folder, and when there's any changes to like important files, it automatically restarts the server. So just tell them to go crazy and have fun. I think ESO probably would be a better game if it was made by Gemini. All right. I don't see a tooltip. Do we have any errors here? No. No? No tooltips? Hello? No? No? All right. We don't see a tooltip. Let's look at this one here. Any tooltips? No? All right. Great. Any tooltips here? No. Great. Tooltips should now appear when you hover over items. No tooltips appear when I hover over items in a character's item inventory. The merchant. And also not here. No. Okay. Or the give item modal. So yeah, this is basically what I'm doing for hours every day. Just sitting here yapping. For the character sheet modal, yeah, but not for the other areas you mentioned. Well, I'm just gonna stop them right here. They are not working in the character sheet modal either. Just letting them know right away. Yeah. Yeah, there's no tooltips, brother. There's no tooltips. We got none. Right. What I hate about Gemini is just like, you are absolutely right to call me out. You are absolutely right. I made a mistake. You are so right. It's like it just constantly sucks my dick when I'm like telling him, oh, this doesn't work. You are so right. I did it all wrong. I'm worthless. I'm a piece of shit. You are the best guy ever. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, just chill out, dude. Okay, you don't have to like suck my dick every time I tell you something. Just be concise. Just talk to me normally. I don't need you to patronize me constantly. This is stupid. Remove faulty initialization. Remove the incorrect. Refactor tooltips or improve the tooltip script to be more flexible and easier to use with dynamically created content. Yeah, you should definitely do that. Integrate the tooltip logic into the character sheet manager, ensuring tooltips are activated every time the modal is open. With merch and other UIs, once the character sheet is working, I will apply some. Okay, let's get that going. Okay. Character.js? Wait, Character.js has not been updated. What am I doing? What did he do? What did he do? What is this? Those tooltips? Character HTML. Oh, sorry, character HTML. See, this is the thing. You always like gotta make sure you read properly. so you know which files have been changed. And then we have what the hell is this thing? That's the tooltips.js. Okay, let's get this one. And then we have the character sheet modal manager. Let's go. Should correctly display tooltips on the character sheet. So while he's figuring out other stuff, let me relog here and see if we got some tooltips. Not here. Not here either. No. No. Sorry. Let's ignore this for now. The character sheet modal still doesn't have tooltips. We gotta focus on that area first. We gotta get that working. I honestly, I kind of wish Gemini would just like say less. I mean, I could edit the Gemini MD file. There's like a way of doing that somehow. And I could put some instructions in there, like give me a short, precise, and concise replies. I don't know. The only reliable way to fix this is to attach the tooltip listeners directly after the inventory and equipment items are created and added to the DOM. Popular paper doll inventory list, yeah. All right, let's do it. Character sheet modal manager, let's go. Chicken, good to see you, brother. How you doing? How you feeling? Okay, another update for this one. Another update. Remove the incorrect tooltip manager. Yeah, you do that, son. You do that. I hope it works now. Now that the character sheet tooltips are working, you just say that. He just says that like that. Happy Friday. Oh yeah, it's Friday. Happy Friday. Nice. Weekend time. Weekend time. Character sheet UI system failed to load. Oh god, it's always something, isn't it? All right. So now we're gonna grab this. We're gonna post that into the error logs here. Let me see if the server. No, server was okay. It's just a blindside thing then. And then I linked that to him in the error logs, and he's gonna look at that, and he will figure out what to do. Could probably fix that myself. This is something that kind of happens. I don't want to say a lot, but you know, it happens. You know, Gemini accidentally putting in like an extra bracket or something, and then you know the code breaks. We'll also move the popular inventory list and handle drag start functions to correct locations. Apparently, it found some other stuff. Yeah. Okay. He's trying to work on that fucking give item modal manager. Like, don't do it, brother. We're trying to fix the one thing first. Anyway, let's see if this works now. Can we get in? Nice. All right. Wish me luck. Oh, now the inventory is gone. Now we don't have an inventory anymore. Nice. This inventory is still here. Yeah. Why are the tooltips so hard? Why are the tooltips so hard, man? I said ignore this. We need to make sure we need to make sure the character sheet, well, let's just say the item inventory works first, which it doesn't. My inventory oops, sorry, is even gone completely on in the game HTML. It works in character HTML though, but in both places there are still no tooltips. Almost a victory. What do you mean? Feels like I'm losing right now. Losing my mind. What are you talking about? This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Yeah, Gemini is not the smartest today, I gotta be honest. And now that we're going below like 80% context, I suspect Gemini is gonna lose its mind pretty fast. Wait, no. No, what are you doing? Fucking hate this thing. Stop, please. I just approved a group panel manager and I didn't read it properly. See, this is why I shouldn't do this on stream, because I'm yapping and then I'm not reading it properly. Yeah, the group panel manager, I'm gonna overwrite that. See, that's why I have this. You stay over here. I don't have room for you right now. That's why I'm like have this like safety net. Group panel manager. Yeah, I'm gonna overwrite that. We're not gonna take that. I have reverted your group panel manager changes. We are not working. Like, just get it into your fucking brain on anything else until the character sheet modal is working. You just keep saying, now that it works, without even letting me test and give feedback. Now, please fix the fucking missing item inventory in game HTML. You dumb piece of shit. Ugh, I hate this. It's like it says shit like, oh, now that I fixed this issue, now it should work properly. Even though I just literally told it that no, it doesn't. Incorrectly defined. Yeah, great. How about you just define something correctly then, hey? How about you just learn how to code, okay? I'm not a programmer, I'm not a coder, but you are. So how about you just get the shit going, okay? Do it right. My cat wants to jump over on the desk, but no, I don't have room for you. No room for you. You stay there. You stay there. All right. Okay. He's got a fix for the character sheet modal manager. I hope we get it done now. I honestly didn't think a simple tooltip would be that big of an issue. It shouldn't be that big of an issue. It really shouldn't be. Oh, and he broke the freaking thing again. Jesus, dude, you're so annoying today. Is this the same thing from earlier? It's literally the same thing. You literally broke the thing again. It's literally you reintroduced the same error. Yeah, I'm honestly, man, I'm already pissed. Oh my god, if I could type. Get it together, man. Stupid AI. Hello, cat. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want, baby? Show yourself to the people. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Come on. You gotta... You gotta leave. Hey. Alright. I was wrapping the file content in triple quotes. Yeah, he does that a lot. I'm now reverting. Oh no, just don't revert it. Don't revert it, man. See, there's the... It's so stupid that he does that. All right, fix it. Fixed it. This should be working now. Should load the game. Yep. All right. Inventory's back. We still don't have any tooltips though. We got no tooltips. Let's see if the tooltips are working in here. Like, the fact that there's nothing coming up. You know, I could understand if, like, something popped up, like some half-empty tooltip or something, right? That's not populated properly. But the fact that there's, like, no tooltip popping up, like, whatsoever. No need. I fixed it. The inventory is back. Still no tooltip, though. Please, if I could take a moment to really think this through and figure out why we can't get anything pop up. I wouldn't think a tooltip was such a hard thing to get working. All right. It is what it is. Core problem is a timing issue with JavaScript event listeners, where previous attempts failed for these reasons. Attaching listeners too early. I tried to attach listeners to a container before the items inside it were created by the populate functions. The listeners were attached to an empty shell. Incorrectly placed logic. When I tried to fix this by moving the listener attachment, I made syntax errors and broke the entire script. A new, simpler, and more reliable plan. I always like that. Like, you have to like fail like 20 times in a row for Gemini to, like, hey, let me do it better. Why can't we start better? Why can't we just start with new, simple, better, more robust? Why can't we just do it like that and like right away? Sometimes I feel like Gemini wants to fail a couple times. It's like, hey, it wouldn't be fun if I did it right the first time. Let me just eat up your tokens. Let me just like fucking annoy the shit out of you before I do it right. I will abandon the complex listener attachment logic. Most reliable way to ensure this works is to add the event listeners directly to each item element at the moment it's created. It eliminates all timing issues. Yeah. All right. Tooltips. Let's do it. Character sheet modal manager. Now populate inventory list. Nice. You go ahead. You do your thing, okay? I will await your feedback. Thank you. Appreciate the patience. Appreciate that you're gonna let me test this first before you declare victory. Yeah, nothing. There's no tooltips, man. Okay, yeah, we're getting tooltip manager is not defined. Okay, yeah. That's that explains stuff. I'm gonna copy a couple of them. You want to reload it? No. I'm just gonna close this. Also, let me see. Any server stuff? No, no server stuff. Good. No victory. Yeah, I mean, rarely ever happens like that. It happens very rarely that we implement like a new feature, and it just works. You know, very rarely is that ever gonna happen. Didn't you only move 2 out of 3 files he worked on? No, he worked on one file twice. I don't know why he like sometimes does that. Like he did this one here, the tooltips JS, and then the character sheet modal manager twice. He makes like one change, and then he makes another change in 2 different edits, which is, you know, I don't know. It's his approach. He could just do it like all at once, I guess, but he doesn't. And then he wants to do the tooltips again. So now I forgot what I'm on right now. Let me pull this one in again. Yeah, okay, this one's already correct. And then the tooltip. And then the game HTML. Wait, he has see, like now he has like another one. Here he's basically adding the tooltip. He's replacing that. Oh yeah, he's adding the CSS, and then he's adding the JS there. Honestly, the CSS might have not been added yet. We'll see. All right, I'm taking bets, guys. What do you think? I'm taking bets. Are we gonna see some tooltips? Are we gonna see a remnant of a tooltip? A sliver? Are we gonna see anything tooltip related? I feel like we might be there now. I feel like we might see something. Oh, it hurts. Yeah, we're still not seeing anything. Yeah, that sucks. I thought maybe now we're gonna get some to pop up. No tooltips. Nothing. Yeah, that sucks dick, dude. That sucks some major dick. And we're not even getting any errors, so it's just not popping up. Yeah. Well, what can I say? Nothing is working. Yep. I understand that I have lost your trust. Brother, you lost my trust 2 fucking months ago when I started this project. Okay? Okay? What is it trying to do? Git checkout? What the fuck are you doing? He's trying to execute a git command. You cannot run these commands. What are you trying to do? Yeah. The only execution that I will allow is git good, okay? Let's see. Download a little bit of git good, okay? Get good at coding. Okay, that's the thing that you can download right now. I will allow that. Detailing a new strategy. Great. So now he reverts the character sheet modal manager. So he's sitting at 77% context left. From experience, I can say as soon as he gets to the 70s, he goes stupid. I will not attempt that again. Yeah. Shouldn't have tried to attempt it in the first place, eh? Right. So he's reverting the character sheet modal manager now. This is the first time he's ever tried to execute a git command. I don't even know what he's like. Where is it? Like, I don't even know what this git command is. And why he's trying to do that and what he's like. I don't even know what git checkout is. I am on GitHub, right? I have the thing on GitHub right now, which I hate using GitHub, but I guess we're just, you know, we're doing it now. It's not public, so you know, you're not gonna see it. It's just basically just for me to have like a backup, I guess. But yeah. So what are we doing here? What's the solution? So he reverted character sheet modal manager, right? That he did, and then revert the game HTML. Yeah. We'll see if this one's correct. And now he wants to, yeah, dude, like, I don't know how many times I have to tell you. Surely we don't need to remove the CSS. This is gonna be needed still, even with your new solution. You didn't plan on hard coding the CSS into your new solution, did you? Also, I already told you that you are not running on my server and cannot execute these commands. Wish he would just finally get that. Like, he's not running on the server. If I allowed him to be on the server, he'd be fucking shit up in like no time. No time. All right. Let me double check the reverted state now. Let me see. Imagine if the tooltips suddenly worked, even though we took them back out. Imagine if there was like some magical tooltip popping up. I'm not thinking things through. Yeah, I could tell. To fix the inventory bug I created, I will not touch. Wait, whoa. Okay, which should have fixed the syntax error. Dude, we fixed that shit 15 minutes ago. This is what I have to deal with. We're gonna start a new session. All right, we're gonna start a new session. Let me go up here. I'm gonna. I'm gonna copy my thing here. Yeah. So we're gonna end the session here. We're gonna start a new session. We're gonna start a new session. Gonna use the Gemini API here so we have some more pro to work with. And then we're gonna put this in here. It's got to clean up the text here. So when you copy stuff in here, it copies these sidelines from the box. Copies that too. It's always like really weird. This is sometimes this is literally a thing that I have to do. Like sometimes you work on something for like an hour or two and it completely fails. And then I'm literally just like, I'm starting a new session. I'm like, okay. And I'm treating this as if all this shit never happened. We're going to start over from scratch. We already attempted, oh god, attempted this a couple of minutes ago, but failed greatly. So we really need to think this through and find the most simple and robust solution to implement this tooltip feature. Let's think about how other browser games are doing it. We should orient ourselves on the industry standard. Giving him a little bit extra. Doesn't even know what a tooltip is. You think it can code, but it doesn't know what a tooltip is? Of course it knows. How much you want to bet this won't work? Nothing. Because it might work. Listen, there's days where Gemini is a genius and just gets shit right almost instantly. And there's days where Gemini is dumb as fuck and can't get anything done. Today, I think we're like somewhere in the middle. Only downhill from here. Hey, dude, sometimes a fresh start is getting it done. Okay. Okay, this is a problem. This is a problem. Why are we putting anything into the header? We already. I'm already peeved. Yeah, but like, I don't know if this makes sense to put that in the header, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know if I want it on every page. I mean, we can do it. It's not the cleanest approach. It's not the cleanest approach, but honestly, whatever works, man. I don't even give a shit. What's the CSS called? Tooltip or tooltips? Tooltips. Oh. I'm actually, no, you know what? The tooltips JS we're gonna definitely delete. We're not gonna keep that around at all. That's gonna cause issues. The CSS can stick around. That's not a big deal. And now that I think about it, nah, we're removing this one too. No, we're not keeping anything. This all goes out the window. We're gonna start completely from scratch. Always run into memory issues. If it's something short and quick, it goes all to hell. Well, you gotta learn how to do stuff, right? Working with the CLI, you're not gonna run into memory issues. I mean, kind of. The big thing with Gemini is you might have a 1 million token context window, but at like 300,000, Gemini starts just going stupid. So realistically, your context window is 300K. So you wanna break things into like manageable chunks. You work on a little bit of thing, just a little bit here, a little bit there, and once you get to like the to your 300K tokens, or like in this case, like the 70% context left, and you notice that Gemini is making a lot of mistakes. The thing that Gemini does is like it gets the timeline confused. Like it brings up errors that you had like half an hour ago, and it's like the next thing I'll do is I'm gonna fix this error. Okay, I'm gonna make sure this error doesn't happen anymore. Dude, we fixed that half an hour ago. Yeah, you're right. I confused that. Blah blah blah. So the next thing is I'm gonna do is fixing this error. I'm like, dude, I just told you we fixed it half an hour ago. Oh, yeah, you're so right. I got confused again. All right. For the next thing, let's focus on fixing this error. I'm like, brother, stop it. Stop it. Cut it out. It's done. It's fixed. Just get it into your head, dude. The error doesn't exist anymore. We fixed that shit half an hour ago, okay? Just get over it already. And it gets stuck on these things. And when you get to these points, you just need to start a new session. You gotta start a new session. And what I've realized, because I didn't want to do this when I started. I didn't want to start a new session because I was always working in the do I even still have it up? Yeah. I was always working in the browser, right? I would have Gemini write code in the browser. And then you see, oh, we're like at 138 out of like 1 million tokens. And it gets to a point where it's like not manageable anymore. I'm like, I need to start a fresh chat. And then I always ask Gemini to write a project outline. It gives me the project outline. And then I start a fresh chat and I put the project outline, basically explaining what everything is. I give it a full file tree, and then I ask it to request a couple of files for me to upload. I don't have to do that. I realized I don't have to do this. At least with the CLI, you have to do it when you're working in the browser. I would highly recommend not working in the browser anymore. There's like some limitations that really make it a little hard to manage, because you always have to provide files. You have to upload a file so Gemini knows what's in it, and then it basically makes changes, spits out the code, and you can just copy paste it. That all works, but sometimes it gets like all jumbled up and it loses track of like what the actual file that you have on your server now looks like, because it tries to keep track of the file changes as it goes along, and like in the higher context windows, it just loses that constantly. And then you always have to say, no, stop, don't do this, don't guess what the file looks like, don't assume anything. Here's the current file, analyze it, give me the right code, blah blah. It makes a lot of mistakes. You don't have to do any of this shit when you're working in the CLI. The CLI, you start that in your project folder, right? You go to your project folder, right? And you type in, like, you go up here into the address bar and you type in CMD, right? And it opens a command line in that folder, and then you can just open Gemini when you have it installed. If you have it installed on your system, you just open Gemini, just type in Gemini, it opens up. It has access to the folder. It can always look at every file. It always knows what every file looks like, and it can directly write to those files, and it makes it a lot easier to work with it. And what I've realized is I don't have to tell Gemini about my project. It's like, hey, this is like this project, and this is how it works, and this is how it's supposed to be, and blah blah blah. You don't have to do this if you're working in the CLI. It understands. It's actually very smart. Like, without any context, I start a new window, and Gemini doesn't have cross chat memory. So when I start a new chat, it doesn't know what we worked on. Like, if I ask it, hey, do you know anything about my project? It's like, no. You want to tell me about your project? Like, it doesn't know anything. But I can just say, hey, I want to add a tooltip here. And it just looks through the files, understands what this is, and then works on something. It's really smart in that regard. Anyway, putting that into the header. Okay, now he's writing. See, it does that again. It does that again. Please do not define colors in a... Wait a second. Is that the... Oh, that's the CSS. Shit, I'm an idiot. I thought he was going to make a... Sorry. Please request the edit again. I thought this was the JS. I read it wrong. I was like, oh! You motherfucker! Putting those colors into a JS, I see? No. And now he's doing the tooltip manager. I mean, it's like the same. It's just a different name. But I like having like the manager part, because that's kind of how we do things. Right? That's kind of how we do things. So yeah, and if you don't have a large code base like I have like, I don't know, I've got tons of files now. I've got tons of files. If you don't have a crazy large code base, it's definitely going to understand very quickly, because it still manages to understand pretty well here in my big project. Tooltip manager. All right, so tooltip manager. Character HTML. Okay. I was like, didn't we implement the JS? Didn't we load that up in the header? But apparently we didn't. We're just initializing it in the header, I guess. So character HTML. But we also need to do that I mean, I can do it myself, I guess. This needs to be in the game HTML as well. Character sheet modal manager. Modal manager. See, like it knows that the character sheet modal manager is the place where the inventory happens. Because it checked the files and it understood and just knows. I don't have to point it towards it. Oh no, it found so many matches. Oh, I hate this. I hate when it does like a broad search like inventory and then like finds like 650 matches throughout my code. Because that shit eats up the context. Once Gemini goes ahead and checks like all these files, it's gonna eat through your context. Like I had like a day, like 2 days ago, I think, where it came up with like a broad search term, and it checked all the fucking files that had that in there, and I basically went from 100% context down to like fucking 30 or something or 20 in like seconds. I was like, brother, you just instantly ruined this session. I have to restart now. That was fucking annoying. Okay, modal manager. So what is he even looking for? Inventory is a widely used term in the code base. See references player inventory. Well, it's like I'm just gonna restarting file write. I'm just gonna stop him right there. Yeah, and there you go. We just went from 97 down to 65% context. It just burned through 40% of my fucking tokens, dude. You gotta be kidding me. Fucking piece of shit. Don't read 600 fucking files, man. Oh, I hate you. Like, instead of, like, asking me something, instead of, like, before it does, like, a dumb fucking move like that, instead of, like, asking me, hey, can you maybe point me towards the right files? Can you maybe tell me which file this could be in? Instead of, like, hey, let me read through 650 files. Oh, shit, I ran out of fucking context. Well, yeah, no shit. It's like, ah, man, this is driving me nuts. This is driving me nuts. Like, Gemini making these dumb decisions. They update the CLI like once a week or so. But apparently they're not putting in any like smart features. They really need to put in something that prevents it from like executing dumb actions like that. No one's going to be happy with Gemini literally trying to read 650 files. No one's gonna be happy with this. Wait, user cancel a request. I didn't. I didn't cancel this. This auto canceled. Don't blame me for it, okay? I don't even know what's in the item.js. I have no idea what's in the item.js. What's in here? Oh, this is for give. Yeah, this is for no. This is the wrong file. This is for transferring items. This is wrong. Item definitions are inside game data definitions. Does it have to read all your files, or can you feed just what you're trying to fix? Well, I just pointed it to a specific file. You can just type @ and then you start typing a file name, and it will auto find something. See, again, user cancel a request. I did not cancel shit. I didn't touch anything. Don't say that. You're lying. All right, you can just point it. Like, I have this. Oh, I must have closed it. I have this error log file where I just manually copy errors in for it to read. And then I just type in @err, and then like it already pops up, and I just click OK. And I can point it to the file directly. So if you want Gemini to read a file or like an image, Gemini Pro can look at images. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird like that. Sometimes Pro says that, oh, I can't look at images directly. I'm like, no, you can. Oh yeah, you're right. I can do that. It's so stupid. Flash can't do it though. But in Pro will automatically switch to Flash once my quota is up, right? And the quota is different from the context. Long before the context is gone, my quota is up, right? The context is basically just like it's reading and writing files, and the quota is just, I think, just writing files or something. I don't know. Anyway, so what's it trying to do here? Well, the refactor tooltip manager use game data definitions, item definitions, object directly on the client side, blah, blah, blah. Unnecessary information. Well, let's do it. The question is, is it going to implement the description too? Because the description doesn't exist yet, but it should definitely implement the description, even though it doesn't exist yet. What's it stuck on right now? What's it doing? Get it done. I don't know what it's doing right now. It's still thinking. Oh, okay. Okay, you thought about this one sentence for like so long, huh? Wait, let me. What's it saying right now? Replace the tooltip manager with a new version that reads the data, removing the need for a server call. Yes. Good. Good. Tooltip manager. Yeah. And I already saw something that's like really worrying. So right now it asks me to do remove routes item.js, right? I will remove the old item.js route file as it's no longer needed. No, it is. You didn't put the file there. The file has been there for like if I didn't pay attention, it would just delete a file that's needed. First of all, you didn't put the file there. It was already there, and it handles item transfers, as I have already mentioned. You were just trying to remove an important file you didn't even edit. Please be careful. All right, so we got this. I don't know why I'm saying this. Like, it's not like Gemini cares about it. Okay, we already edited this. All right, I guess that's it. Any bets? Any batters? You got any errors, maybe? No? No errors? No. Just a missing file. That's it. Let me check this over here. Yep. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Or am I surprised? I don't know. I might be. I might be surprised. I can't even categorize my feelings right now. I have tested the feature. It does not work at all. No tooltip. No trace of tooltip. You dumb fuck. Yeah, honestly. I typed this a lot. Guys, I've said the most toxic shit to both ChatGPT and Gemini. I've said the most fucked up toxic shit. So coming for you first, brother. I'm doing God's work here with them. Okay. Like coding with Gemini is like, you know, it's partly like talking to like a really good coder, and sometimes it's like trying to squeeze code out of a retarded kid. It's imagine like the dumbest fucking kid you've ever met in your life, the dumbest, most stupid fucking asshole child you've ever met in your life, and you're grabbing them, you're shaking them, and you're like, you're so dumb, and you just hope that like if you shake it enough, like some code falls out of their butthole that you can use. That's what it feels like sometimes. You know, just shaking Gemini, hoping that like something useful comes out of it. I found the problem. Thank you for your patience. Hey. Happy to help. I don't. The code that populates the item inventory looks like this. Yeah, looks accurate. Server is correctly fetching the item's ID. It then creates a new object. However, my previous code was setting data item ID to item ID. Oh, that's, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do the double item. Oh, that's a rookie mistake. You don't want to do that. I will now correct the paper doll function. And the populate inventory list is already using the correct key. If the inventory list is using the right key, then why does that one also not show a tooltip? Oh my god, I can't type today. Just kidding, I can never type. Like, statements like this, oh, I'm already using the right key over here. Yeah, great. Good for you, but the fucking tooltip's still not working. Wait, what are we doing now? We're removing... We're removing item ID equals item ID, and item instance ID equals item ID. And we're doing item ID, item ID. Correct ID is the definition key from the server. Okay. And then item instance ID is, instead of item ID, item instance ID. I mean, I guess. All right, just fucking do it, man. Whatever. Now we'll apply the same correction for populate paper doll. Yeah, populate the paper doll for me. Do it. Get your paper doll populated. I'm honestly, man, we're 3.5 hours in and we haven't really done much. I've done a whole lot of prep for the tooltips. So all the prep that I've done earlier with the item list and the graphics, it's basically just to kind of prepare the tooltips, right? So that the tooltip has sprites to load, and it has some values and stuff like that. I still haven't added a description. I will have to add a description to every item, which is, oh my god, I don't even know how many items we have. I think he already edited the file, so I'm just gonna put that in. I'm gonna test it now. He's still like thinking about something here, but I think he's done editing those files, so I'm gonna check this out. When in doubt, check it out. I just want to see a tooltip pop up, man. Is this too much to ask for? Just please. What does a man have to do? What's a man gotta do to get a tooltip? Oh yeah, you exceeded your current quota. This is very, very frustrating. Yeah, you don't want to see the red text. You don't want to see that. That's bad news. That's bad news. Yeah, so we've exceeded the quota, which means we basically have to switch. We have to switch to Flash now. which means I have to switch the off method. Honestly, I don't even want to do it. I think I'm just gonna call it because we only got half an hour left, and I'm kind of pissed. I'm kind of pissed. I think I'm just gonna come back later, try this again. Yeah, we didn't succeed today. We did not succeed. Who would have thought that a tooltip is such a hard thing to achieve? You wouldn't think a tooltip's hard to do. You wouldn't think that. No victory. None. None. Absolutely fucking none. No freaking tooltips. Yeah. I mean, I'll try again later. You know, for now, I'm gonna call it. By the way, guys, let me know. Do you want to see more of these streams, or should we play games? Because I don't really have a game right now. That's why I decided to just do some development stuff. I don't really have a game. We're gonna play Marvel next week, but for now, I thought about maybe going back to New World. I know you guys don't really like New World that much, but I've been thinking about it. But it's probably gonna be after Marvel. So I'm still looking for something I can play for like the next 5 days or so. Unless you guys want me to just do game dev streams every day. Just gotta let me know. You know, I need to know. Anyone? Anyone? You know, feel free to voice your opinion. Feel free to do that. Anyway, I'm gonna call it. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned something. I didn't. I feel like I got more stupid during the stream, like watching Gemini just ruin my dreams. But yeah, we're gonna get it done. I'll see you guys then. Take it easy, chicken. Thanks for coming, Wolverine. Thanks for coming. We had Living Legend here. Thanks for coming. We had Michael here, and I think that's Kitty was here too. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. You guys take it easy. I'll see you tomorrow. AI sucks. Learn today. I mean, didn't have to learn that from me. Probably knew that already. We'll see how it goes next time. I'll see you then, guys. Take it easy.